We have reasonable doubts, what can I tell you?
There's reason.
The reason is that all of their accomplishments, they have to leave behind them, and they don't know where they're going. Okay, Da Vinci or Bach, some God consciousness is there, but apart from their God consciousness, the achievements are all nothing.
But they meant it for us.
There's something, yeah, they leave something for you, so that you can waste your life. Excuse me?
You can't prove it.
What would you consider proof? I can prove that I can't prove 100% that everybody loses everything. But I can prove it 99.9%. I can say to you, show me one example where someone hasn't died and lost all of his material assets. Now that's not proof maybe, but that after 100 million people, one more is going to stroll along and he's not going to die. How do I know? I can't prove it. But it seems awfully likely that the next guy is going to die and all the guys after him, since it's been working that way since time immemorial. All the spiders go up the spout, and rain comes and washes them all out. That's history. Now you can have faith that it's not going to be like that for you. We think it makes better sense to have a reasonable doubt about that.
If you use these God-conscious pictures of Leonardo da Vinci or compositions of Bach and get it as inspiration and then
Yeah, wherever there's God consciousness, then it's all right. But you take your ordinary mundane musicians, mundane artists, mundane politicians, it's all lost. It's all finished. But spiritually, if you contribute something, that's actually beneficial for those who follow you. You get out of the material world, you attain the spiritual platform, and then those who follow you also. So if you want to do something for the next generation, if you want to do something for other people, become Krishna conscious and give them Krishna consciousness. Then it's your permanent credit and their permanent asset. Otherwise, you want to give them the same kind of perishable goods that you had, will reach the same perishable end.
Prabhu, are you suggesting that our children, we shouldn't let them play music, instruments, we shouldn't let them... So what should we let them do?
Come here and play Mridanga, chant Hare Krishna, play kartals.
And so
They want to play music. Music is great. We love music. We do music all day long. If your kids want to do music, send them over here.
So they will not learn to read and write.
He probably knows how to read and write, but what good does it do?
Well, you need to read and write. You read the Bhagavad Gita.
Yeah, therefore reading and writing is good. You read Bhagavad Gita and write about Krishna.
And if you want somebody's child who had learned about all the things in school, they would have a microphone for you to speak
Excuse me?
from. If you want some children who had learned all the technology things and so on at school, you would not have a microphone to speak from.
Oh, that would be terrible.
So why are you using
We would sacrifice. If we didn't have all the gifts of technology, we would consider ourselves lucky.
Yeah, so why?
We'd have no atom bombs, we'd have no pollution, we'd have no mass extermination. People who wanted to kill people would have to use stones instead of cruise missiles.
Yeah, I sincerely believe
And we wouldn't have microphones.
Yeah.
It's a trade-off.
Yeah, I would agree with that. But then why do you carry on using these things? Why do you carry on using airplanes? Why do you have a laptop?
Just so that they're not totally useless.
No, you must, as a teacher, I learned one thing. You must lead by example. You must lead by example by giving all these things up, sir.
No, we're leading by example by using them for Krishna. And if the whole world uses everything for Krishna, that will be very nice. Instead of using it for sense gratification, instead of using it to forget Krishna, they get on the microphone and they start howling. I want sex, I want sex. Give me another beer, I want sex. You know, so we don't, that's the misuse of the microphone. If you get on the microphone and talk about Krishna, that's the proper use of the microphone.
But then you come back to the same point. Then it's good for those people who made it. Those people who made it, it's good that they went to school
Yeah,
and learned about
they
making
got
a
some
microphone.
benefit because we're using the microphone for Krishna. Actually, it's not necessary, but since it's here, we'll use it. Sukadeva Goswami didn't have a microphone. It wasn't a problem.
Yeah, so you're not complaining about
Vyasadeva didn't have a microphone. It was no problem. Rupa Goswami didn't have a microphone. Jesus Christ didn't have a microphone. His philosophy is all over the world. His teachings are all over the world without his having a microphone. So how important is the microphone? More important is the message. If the message is powerful, it'll get around, microphone or no microphone. The microphone, we can use it since it's here. Otherwise, if there was no microphone, I'd just speak loud. So it's great, you build a microphone, we'll use it for Krishna. But if you forget Krishna and just build a microphone, then your life is a failure. Anything minus Krishna, it's like zeros, Prabhupada's example. You have a zero, how much is it worth? It's worth nothing. And if you have 2 zeros, how much is it worth? Double. 3 zeros is worth triple, 10 zeros. As much as you multiply the zeros, it's still 0. But if you put 1 and put it next to the 0, it's 10. Next to 2 zeros, it's 100. So you just add Krishna. Then all these zeros have value.
But I do agree with you actually, so don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong, I do agree with you. But
Yeah, I had you pegged for a nice guy. It's okay.
But here's the thing about the concept of zero.
Excuse me?
The concept of zero was very, very useful for the source of humanity.
Yeah, it came from Vedic culture. You know, these are called Arabic numerals, right? But they came there. The Arabs called them Indian numerals. They're there already in the Vedic culture. Everything's there, even 0. Okay, time to stop. Thank you all very much. Hare Krishna. Prabhupada ki jai. Samaveta Bhakta Vrinda ki